Two children, one just 10, the other 12, murdered in Madhya Pradesh. Their fault, they defecated out in the open. How could something like this happen? What about the entire rhetoric of India being almost defecation free?
12-year-old girl, 10-year-old boy, beaten to death in Shivpuri, Madhya Pradesh. Two scheduled caste children beaten to death for open defecation. The irony, the government claims that 99.2% of rural India has been covered in the last 4 years. Reports say that these children's village was declared open defecation free in April 2018.
शौचालय करने लैट्रिन करने गई थी बच्ची और बच्चा, उधर से वो आ रहे थे, दोनों जने लड़का और लड़की में लट्टे देने पड़ गए मुंह में।
मतलब लाठियों से मारा? लाठियों
से बिल्कुल स्कोड़ा वहीं खत्म कर दिए दोनों। घर से करीब 50-60 फुट है।
NDTV visited the home of the family. They are desperately poor. Their home a kacha hut with no toilet. A family which Swachh Bharat mission seems to have missed with fatal consequences.
मजदूरी कर लेते हैं, कभी कभार जो प्रोग्राम होते हैं वहाँ ढोलता से बजा लेते हैं।
Police are saying that the motive is not clear, but there's no complaint of caste discrimination.
उनके परिवार वालों का कहना है कि कुछ मानसिक रूप से पहले भी कुछ इस तरह का डिस्टर्ब रहा है, हत्या की है और ये बात में एविडेंस भी है और FIR भी है। कम्युनिटी बेस का कोई इस तरह कोई झगड़ा पुराना नहीं आया है। वो जो गांव है वहाँ पे जितने यादव समाज के लोग हैं उतने ही जाटव समाज के लोग हैं।
The progress of the investigation will largely depend on the final post-mortem report, which seems to suggest that the children were hit with a blunt object. As of now, everybody wants a speedy investigation and justice to the victim. With Atul Gaur in Shivpuri and camera person Rizwan Khan in Bhopal, Anurag Dwari for NDTV.
So there are two aspects of this, and in as much as we can talk about open defecation and the lack thereof and all our ambitions in ensuring that open defecation goes and disappears, I think for all of us the only real story here is a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old who've been murdered. Rahul Sonpimple is an activist, a political analyst also. Dr. Geeta Bhatt joins us as well. Geeta, two sides of the story. I think the only one which really worries me off the top is the murder of these two children for open defecation outside a panchayat building, apparently a caste-related attack by a man. What does it say of us in 2020? How can such attacks still take place?
Yes, Vishnuji, it is really very unfortunate to see, two innocent lives, just gone away just because an individual, thought of overpowering them just because he did not like seeing them doing something in the open fields. But the question here is that, the local administration as well as, the state government, what has it been doing for providing these facilities through the various schemes which the government of India has already put forth. So the certain amount of accountability must be put forth on the local administration also, and it needs to be there may be various theories. A lot of media houses are reporting various things. Some are saying that person was not mentally balanced, but there are many who are saying that it was just that someone overpowering over another just because they belong to two different communities. But at such a point it is very important that the local administration, knowing that if this kind of a sensitivity is there in that local area, then there is a echo, if you can please get it corrected.
Yeah, we'll get that corrected. Finish your sentence, yeah.
There needs to be some accountability on that ground. So this is something really very, very unfortunate.
How do you see this issue? On the one hand, there is the oppression of these children, their communities. On the other hand, the entire issue of open defecation, where so much has been spoken about by the government. Madhya Pradesh is supposed to be open defecation free. It's certainly not. How do you see this entire episode as it's developed?
No, you see, when we actually talk about open defecation, so this is so surprising that the community which has been ritually given the work to clean the dirt in
Other
your
ones were
village
murdered.
and in every day, is getting murdered. And on the other hand, if you see, there is this book, Where India Goes. The book, the researchers are claiming that when it comes to having the public toilet in a toilet in the house, it's the upper caste who refuse it. So basically the caste Hindu who refuse it, because they believe in the purity and pollution, and they think having a toilet in the house is basically about pollution. So they always tend to defecate outside, and therefore the manual scavenging in the rural India is actually continuing with that. And who are into the manual scavenging is Dalit community.
Yeah.
And now here upper caste coming and telling you that we are killing the people, we will kill the people who are going there and defecating openly. I want to say one thing here, like Dalits are the one, when you have your yatras, when you have your Kumbh Mela, we are the community, you do all dirt and mess up everything, and we clean that thing. And now the upper caste are coming and telling us that we will kill you for this thing. So the community which has been continuously, especially upper caste, is a community who actually perpetuating this manual scavenging for such a long and long time.
Double standard. It's a glaring double standard that you point to.
And the other thing here, like I was reading the report, the children parents, the father is saying this is not about the open matter of open defecating, or the children are going out and defecating. This is about the argument that the fight that they the argument that they had in the past. The accused had a fight with the father because the father denied to work in their land, in their field, and this is how they took the revenge. And here again I want to say one thing, see, this has been Dalit activists or the anti-caste activists are saying again and again, this is not about BJP versus Congress, this is about your society. And both the parties are actually representation of the upper caste politics in your country.
It's about a filthy power play.
Yeah, right? This is about
it's about oppression through power.
Power, and this is, you have to see the social impunity, the social power in this country with upper caste is so much that they think even we will kill and nothing will happen, and that's why you are seeing now there are multiple logic and the argument that people are giving and justifying these atrocities.
Geeta, there is the other issue of open defecation as well, the fact that the government has introduced lakhs of toilets all over the country. It's one of the most welcome moves towards a Swachh Bharat that has been introduced. But it's all very well to introduce toilets and to physically construct toilets, but the culture of open defecation has perhaps not gone away. There's another side of this altogether. And in as much as we can promote sanitation, unless age-old practices are removed, then that ideal of open defecation remains a dream. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, you see, open defecation yes, that is true that, there is a lot of, in villages in India, at times it is very difficult to actually convince people to move from, open defecation to moving to closed toilets, because, for years together they have never used it, so they are not comfortable doing it. So at such time it is important that the information, or basically the science behind it, and why is it much more safer, much more cleaner, much more healthier to go in for toilets is something important, where there needs to be advertisements and of sensitizing the people, telling them about the reasons why it is important to use closed door toilets rather than going into fields for open defecation. This is something which is very important, and in this the governments, whether it is the state government or whether it is the central government, they need to promote this, and in this a lot has been done. But yes, this is also true that a lot also needs to be done more to sensitize people regarding it, and to make them realize that it is much safer, much more cleaner, much more healthier to go in for closed door toilets.
I don't think it's that simple, because the research, again I will refer the book Where India Goes, and if you read the entire book and the data that they are showing, it's about caste, where actually the upper caste are the one who are denying to having the toilet in their house.
No, but these are government schemes now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but there is the conflict. That's what I'm saying. There's a government.
What you're suggesting is that there is an initiative to have bathrooms, toilets established everywhere, but there is still oppression in allowing their use. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying basically, why, this problem of open, defecation is not just is that simple. It's basically the upper caste in the village. If you go to the villages and you talk to them about, this that having toilet, in the residential area, they don't allow that, because that's how the upper caste think that the having toilets is about impurity, it's about pollution,
Right.
and therefore they go outside and they do that. Now, who takes that burden is basically Dalits. Now, my thing is that, why you are having this problem that, the India still,
Yes.
having this problem of, the manual scavenging,
yeah.
The problem of, poor sanitation. It's because of caste in most of the places. If you go, if you see and study. Now, my point here is that, the Dalit atrocities, now it happened and the two children got killed. Okay, now I'm saying it's not just about the open defecation. It's about
the
caste angle
the
is
caste
there.
difference. I take your point, Rahul,
Yeah.
completely, and the power play that you refer to. It's very sad that two children have lost their lives in this manner.